So here we are.
Here we are.
We've got the full crew.
I know. Well, we had to get Alfredo back in because there were complaints. There were complaints.
I know.
Where is he? Where's the man?
Where is the man? So we've got him in the back.
Yeah.
No, he talks. Damn, I thought we silenced him. I thought we'd given him a dummy. So listen, today we're back on the road. We're doing another carpool, and where are we? We are going to have a look at La Heredia, which is a beautiful little Pueblo-style development of townhouses and apartments up the Ronda road.
So it's nice to be back, isn't it? Nice to be back doing this, isn't it? We've been busy.
Look at this guy walking down the road in the middle of summer. He must be brave. So what we can see ahead of us, we're on the Ronda road now. So we've just come from pretty much from the coast near San Pedro, Puerto. We're coming up the Ronda road. On our left is Los Arqueros Golf Resort, and right in front of us, if you can see it, is this little hillside enclave of La Heredia. Now, La Heredia is part of El Madroñal, which we're also going to have a look at today, which some people may have heard of. It's a beautiful villa estate, very private, good security, but it all started with La Heredia actually, so that's why we're doing both in the same carpool. And La Heredia was built by Perla Living, quite a well-known Dutch developer from sort of 15, 20, 25 years ago, and they always built very unique things. So La Heredia, you'll see, is multicoloured. Sounds hideous, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Multicoloured, beautiful architecture, quite charming, Andalucian-style. Here it is, coming right up ahead.
Very pretty.
Yeah, did you like it?
I do. It's got a very Mediterranean influence, very Pueblo-style, isn't it? But it looks older than it is. It's been given that character, hasn't it? Yes. Almost a timeless. And this area here, actually, the little commercial area, is really nice because you've got like the cafe and a few bars. It's,
We're in La Heredia, and La Heredia is this beautiful development of very authentic, like Mediterranean-style, Andalucian-style townhouses and apartments. But what it has is it has a range of amenities on site. So you've got Nova Cafe, which is a Dutch cafe and little grocery store. You've got a couple of bars, you've got a butcher, 24-hour security. So there's quite a few amenities here on site for the residents. And you're within 10 minutes drive of Puerto Banus. You're 5 minutes drive from the toll road, giving you quick and easy access to Málaga Airport, for instance. And it's kind of in the heart of the Golden Triangle. You've got El Madroñal behind us, the main resort of Madroñal. You've got La Zagaleta just over the road. So it's quite a five-star environment.
It is, and anyone can come and use it. It's open to the public. Obviously, there's good security here as well, so it's taking note of everything. But it's very pleasant, isn't it? I mean, we had breakfast in the cafe this morning. Nice atmosphere around.
Alfredo was there.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't. Yeah, he had an English breakfast with ours as well. It's meant to be.
What's that all about?
I know we had to eat alone.
I thought he was our friend.
I know.
I thought he was one of us.
Yeah.
We're going to go in here. It's actually gated, but we've been given permission to. I think we've been given permission. Yes.
Well, if not, we're going to be kicked out.
Just to go up into the bowels. Is that the wrong thing to say?
Yes, it is, but it works.
Into the bowels of La Heredia. So the thing about La Heredia is that every house is different, which is a problem for us estate agents, because if there's 8 for sale, people want to see all 8 because they are all unique. Alfredo, what do you think? Is it your kind of thing, this?
Yeah, it's cool. It's very steep. You wouldn't want to do it with a asthma, that's for sure.
Well, thanks for that.
Should we get you out walking, see how you get on with it? That'll be fun.
No, I love it. It's very cute.
It is cute, isn't it?
Is it the same as La Heredia and Montemayor?
Very similar. Yeah, exactly. So it's La Perla Living again. La Heredia and Montemayor came after this. This was the template, really.
And you can see the similarities. The
cobbled streets. I mean, look, for some people it might just be a little bit of a pain. But actually it's very charming.
Yeah, it is really charming if you like that character, and also your high set. So every property here has its own. You're not overlooked. You've got that staggered effect, haven't you? So the views are not compromised.
Exactly, and you're built on a hillside here, so that's why. At the moment, what we're looking at really are the backs of a lot of these houses, so you can't really see how they tumble. How they tumble slowly as well. How they tumble down the hillside. But here you've got a real mixture of, as I say, you've got some apartments, not many. Most of them are townhouses or semi-detached villas with 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. And because of that, I mean, this is cute.
Oh, that's lovely. Look at that
fountain,
one.
and I don't know if we can see it, but it's it's very, very cute place.
Yeah.
And then right behind us, you might just see through the gap there, we've got the El Madroñal proper, which is all detached villas. So this really backs onto it. This was phase 1 of El Madroñal. Look at this little blue and white house.
Oh, it's very pretty,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's
You
cute.
could be anywhere in mainland Spain, couldn't you?
Yeah, I
hidden
mean,
away.
Like Seville, Ronda, you know,
Yeah.
these are traditional Pueblo-style houses.
Yeah.
Bennett.
It's got your bumps in.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty though. It does offer that lovely charm, and it's again, it's its own development. You're not far, obviously, from the coast. How long would you say to get down to the coast or San Pedro?
Less than 10 minutes,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think it's about 7 minutes. You're also very handy for the toll road. So here, you know, Puerto Banus is 10 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
The toll road is 5 minutes, and then you're straight on the high-speed road to Malaga, to the airport, or down
Actually,
to
this time of
Soto
year,
Grande.
being the height of season, July and August, it's better to take the toll road, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because the toll road from here to Malaga, you're probably looking at, what just say on a good run, 35, 40 minutes?
If that.
Yeah, that, yeah.
I mean, it's expensive, the toll
Yeah.
road. People are moaning about it. You know, the fact that they want to relieve the traffic on the coast road and send it all up to the toll road, and of course, people don't want to pay. So,
I did hear that it was meant to be free, made free
Well, they've
about
just-
6 years ago, wasn't
yeah,
it?
they just made
Yeah.
the ones in the Costa Blanca free, haven't they?
Well, that helps.
But we're not on the Costa Blanca,
No.
unfortunately. Now, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going, but this is the beauty of these carpools, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alfredo's very quiet. Do you think we
Well,
made
he
him-
is,
think we
yeah.
made him feel a bit sick.
You know what I was thinking? This is like a Pueblo Blanco, Spanish Pueblo Blanco, village mountain village,
Yeah.
which are very cute, but you don't want to buy in them because the houses are tiny, the roofs are low, they have no, you know, those ones, right? Then, no, but with nice houses that you can actually live in.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So it's got that sort of charm.
Yeah.
But if you've ever looked inside one of those houses in the little white villages, they're horrible inside. They're really small, really
Dark,
low ceiling,
damp,
really dark, damp.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
it's-
that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Jeez,
No,
man.
so don't buy.
Goodness
No.
me. Yeah.
But on these, this is so it's
Yeah.
like that, but it's actually done so that it's comfortable inside. You have modern-looking houses.
Yes, because it's 20 years old probably, but it's made to look 200 years old.
Yeah.
But you're not buying a 200-year-old house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you were a foreigner wanted to buy in a traditional Spanish village, this is the nearest you're going to get
Yeah.
in terms with whilst maintaining all the comfortable elements of it.
Sean, what are we looking at in terms of the layouts of generally these properties? Because sometimes we've got the townhouses with the 3 or 4 floors, haven't we? Or the
Yeah.
2 floors. It's a mixture, isn't it?
There is a complete mixture. So you'll find some on 1 level, but mainly they're on 2 or 3 levels, I would say. But they've got lovely features. They've got beam ceilings. You know, La Perla really did do some great stuff. I don't know where I'm going, by the way.
We're going up anyway.
We are going up. I think we need to come
Yeah.
down a little bit. We are.
Well, we're away from
where
we started,
I think we're going into El Madroñal, aren't we?
we are, yes.
And I didn't really want to do that. But hey ho, should we just see where it takes
Let's
us?
see where we go. Yeah, it's exciting.
I imagine there's a guard at the end of this road with a gun or something like
Yeah.
that. But no, but you're right. The townhouses are very charming. Now, sometimes because I lived in a house similar to one of these. Well, look at that view. And beautiful to look at. You'd wake up every day and you'd fall in love with it, but you wouldn't want to live with it. Do you know what I mean by that?
That's a bit like being married, isn't it?
it was. Sorry,
Sorry.
Andrew. But
Sorry.
it was just a little bit impractical. So there's always a bit. Yeah, there's a compromise with every. You can't hear me because I'm electric. There's a compromise with every house purchase, isn't there? I think we need to turn around
Yeah.
because I think
Why
we
don't
are.
we go back down?
I think we're in Portugal. Should we go back down? Should we? It's quite fascinating to see.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay.
So this backs onto El Madroñal,
Yeah.
which kind of backs onto La Zagaleta, really.
Well, Madroñal's opposite Zagaleta, so they don't share well, the road is the Ronda road is the boundary between Madroñal and Zagaleta, but here, Madroñal is actually, Heredia is part of the Madroñal estate.
What are the prices like compared? And what do you get in La Heredia prices wise?
Do you know what? I've just seen actually something that came across my desk today. I think it was a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment on the newer section of La Heredia, which was, I think it was 350,000.
We also had the townhouse recently.
we
Was
get a
it
couple
750, wasn't
of
it?
listings. Yeah, so anything between sort of 500,000 and $1 million is kind of the price zone, I would say, for most of the stuff. There is some little bit of stuff lower than that and a little bit of stuff higher than that. But it will depend on square meterage, it will depend on the layout, it will depend on the views. Some are a little bit close to the Ronda Road, so you do get a little bit of road
I was
noise.
going to say that. Any downsides up from your experience up here?
Yeah, I would say that is one of the downsides. Is that some of the estate is built very close to the Ronda Road. Some people don't mind that, and also the ones that are closer to the road are the ones that are more easily accessible to the amenities on site.
And also with the little cobbled streets, they are very charming, but sometimes if you're trying to manoeuvre the car and things like that, it can be parking.
Yeah, there's definitely a trade-off. You know, is it a place for young kids? I don't know.
Yeah, well, when we moved here about 13 years ago, our kids were obviously 4 and 5, and we moved into a townhouse type Pueblo for the first year. We rented there, and that was very similar looking to this. That was in Montevideo.
Oh yeah.
A very similar sort of townhouse thing, cobbled streets and everything, but it was a development. This has actually got a road network around the property. So, yeah, I mean, this to me is beautiful, but is it practical? That's the question.
Well, that's it. How clever am I, though?
Yeah.
Look, we have ended up on the other side of La Heredia. So this is the new section.
Okay.
It gives us a great view of the original section. It's all connected, but this is probably the best view of La Heredia.
A lot of character,
You
a
got
lot of charm.
communal pools here.
Yeah. If you love a property but don't like the colour purple, right, which to be honest with you, I'd probably prefer blue or grey. Do you think you could change that?
No. So you'd need the permission of the community to do that, and it's unlikely they would give it to you. So the colours were determined by La Perla, the developers, in conjunction with their architects to make it look like a Pueblo Mediterraneo. But if you wanted to change the colour, you'd have to seek the permission of the
Do you think that
community.
could be achieved or not?
No.
Is it hard to? Right.
I think it's probably very hard to achieve.
So that could be a condition of sale, really, couldn't it? I mean,
Well,
the colour.
I think part of the reason you want to be here is because you want that look and feel.
Yeah.
And I think part of the charm is to, end up having a blue and white house.
But it is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a nice place, and again, it's missed. If you don't know about it, you'll miss it unless you actually drive up here. So a lot of people who want something authentic, Mediterranean style, Andalucian style, and all they're seeing are white boxes and apartments, this is a really good option for them.
I was going to say, who's it for? Could it be for couples? Could it be for single people, seller people? Could it be for families?
Yeah.
I think it does tick all the boxes.
Yeah, it does. It
depends if you want this style of property.
Exactly, that's the thing. But a lot of people do. A lot of people are moving away now from that modern.
Well, the trend is old money. They're calling it old money, this new trend, aren't they? With old cars, old clothing, retro clothing, properties with roofs on. Not flat roofs, but proper roofs.
Roofs?
Yeah,
on
roofs are
houses?
back in. Yeah, absolutely.
Who would have thought it?
I know. It's all coming back in, and I think this actually ticks the classic, epitomises that wonderful Pueblo Spanish lifestyle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Right, we're heading up the Ronda Road here.
Okay.
And
Why is it called the Ronda Road, Sean?
because at the end, sorry, who was that? I forgot. Who's in the? Oh, hello, Alfredo.
Hey.
Well, because at the end of the road is Ronda.
Good point.
The
How
town.
far on this road to get to Ronda on a good run?
Depends who you drive like.
Right. Okay.
So because it's a little bit windy.
Yeah, it is.
I would say half an hour to 45 minutes.
And it's beautiful out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is a stunning place.
Sometimes it can be sunny on the coast and there can be snow in Ronda. Not this time of year, obviously, but... So let me tell you about El Madroñal. So on the left, by the way, is La Zagaleta. El Madroñal is everything on the right-hand side. So this is the first entrance to Madroñal, and there are 6 entrances in total. And it's a beautiful place. I used to own a plot in here, and it's a very, very nice place. It's very similar landscape to Zagaleta. Zagaleta has the golf courses and the equestrian centre. El Madroñal doesn't have that. So it doesn't have any sort of toys or bells and whistles, but large plots, beautiful homes.
We're seeing more of that traditional style property, aren't we? There, the classic.
Too.
And this goes all the way around, doesn't it? And it kind of serves that side of the road. Yeah.
On the left is El Coto, which is a lovely steak. Well, it used to be a steakhouse. Now it's more of a Mediterranean restaurant. But this is the main security office for Madroñal. So that's based at entrance 3, and from there they can look at all the cameras at all the 6 entrances, basically.
Right. Okay.
So but that's where they control everything.
So it's almost like satellite entrances that are going.
Yeah.
Going back to that El Coto, have you been in there?
I have.
What's it like?
It's lovely. It's completely made over, so that I think they just took it down to the bare bones and started again. This is entrance 4, by the way, but it's very nice. It's very, very nice. It's better value. Well, is it better value? It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Prices are cheaper than Zagaleta. So anyone who wants this topography and this area, but doesn't really want to pay for the privilege of having a private golf course and a helipad and equestrian centre, then this could be the option for.
So if somebody's inquiring and they want to self-build here, are there any plots? Do we know?
There are not many, but there are some available. And then it's a bit like where we featured before, like Montemayor and also Zagaleta, that some of the very best plots have already been built on. So if you want one of those, you have to buy a house that's maybe 20, 25 years old. And this is the final.
It's quite an area, isn't it? It's a big space.
Yeah, so actually, entrance 6 here is has the largest number of houses in Madroñal.
Are they connected, the different entrances?
No,
internally?
No, they're not.
Oh,
No. Yeah, so they like to keep control of things like that. So if somebody goes into entrance 6 and the guards know they're in there, they know that they're confined to the perimeter of that section.
So there's 6 sections.
6 sections. But the prices here go up to probably around the 7 or 8 million mark, maybe slightly higher for something.
It does feel nice. It feels quite exclusive. Ooh. You're on the back.
There you go, but that's your view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, it feels like I'm out of what's this, Starsky and Hutch or
The most
something,
interesting part of this is going to be getting back on that road without having to go back up the hill.
maybe.
Have you got any good jokes?
so just when you thought that food cannot use a telephone, boom, onion rings.
Should we go? Should we go?
Go.
Now's our chance. Look, he's out there. He's got his Osmo. He's happy,
Yeah,
happy
he's
as Larry.
happy.
He might not even know we've gone.
He might slip down the ravine.
Oh, don't, you're not allowed to say that these days. Look, I think we go. We make a break for it. We don't need him, do we now? We don't need him. Come on.
No, to be fair, it is nice he's come out with us. You don't get out much. Oh dear.
Looks like we got him on the way back as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've got some good footage of that tree and the other tree next to it.
Right, are we
Easy
gonna?
house.
We're not dying here, are we? You're gonna do
No,
it.
do you know what I'm going to do?
Right.
I'm probably going at the biggest.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
Back
Jesus.
to the entrance and spin
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
There we are.
Okay. Madroñal, La Heredia, part and parcel of the same thing, really. What do you think?
Completely different. Both resorts,
Yeah,
aren't they?
yeah.
But each has its own charm. I think La Heredia is beautiful if you want that little Pueblo classic style Spanish living, and as Alfredo said, you've got the beauty, but you've got the modernness of the properties as well, the convenience of that. Madroñal is big houses, classic feel, good for families. I think they've both got their own merits, really. Nice places. Not too far from the coast either.
No, very good.
Alfredo?
Okay, love it.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that insightful comment.